Their leftover costume, like, because they were touring that show, or they had all of this extra fabric, and they shut that show down. So they said, Danielle, come and use it. So there's even costumes in the set.
Do you have a favorite scene in terms of just the visual splash of it all?
There's my favorite scene. Yeah, and it's both for the costumes and the show in general, is when Molly goes down into the bowels of the ship, and they're moving the rope around, and the actors, the ensemble, is really becoming the different parts of the ship, the walls, and then they'll morph into like a bunch of gamblers, or a bunch of people torturing a poor sailor, or a bunch of people singing a hymnal, and they're a wall that moves, and just seeing them all lined up from the back. Everyone loves a nice big like splashy mermaid, but for me, like the show is really about the ensemble and making costumes that were incredibly individual to each person, but also something that could be believable as a sailor, as a native, as an orphan, as just sort of everything that they play. And when I get to see them all lined up, I can see that even though it's just a bunch of guys and they're all wearing pants and they're all wearing boots and they're all wearing vests and they're all wearing button-ups, it's like the same thing, but everyone is different. But they're close enough that they can all become like a single object, like a wall, and then they can break apart and have these really fantastic individual performances.
When you were saying how much you love the collaborative aspect, is this kind of the ultimate in collaboration in that sense? That it all fits?
It really does. I certainly have worked on shows. Doing a pre-show test. I've worked on shows where there's, kind of stranger costumes that are more about movement and are really a back and forth with the performer. So in that sense, those can be like really very collaborative. But this is, the actors have a lot of ideas how to use their costumes. The directors have a lot of ideas on how to use their costumes.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.